Beautiful Thailand. It's an amazingly picturesque country, and I love taking pictures. But getting here from Vietnam became problematic. My goal was to do land crossings only across Southeast Asia, but here I am at an airport. Thailand and Cambodia decided to get into a little spat, and they closed all their land borders. But I had no choice but to fly from Saigon to Bangkok. I wish I could have gone to Cambodia. It would have been nice. You have to roll with the punches when you travel, especially when you travel light and fast. I have 0 plans, and I have 0 reservations except one train to Chiang Mai because I wanted to make sure I got the daytime jungle train. I booked a hotel in Bangkok just yesterday, and I have nothing scheduled for my future destinations in Kuala Lumpur or Singapore. Fly by the seat of the pants. Pack light. That's all I can tell you. Pack light. My first taste of the land of smiles was randomly coming across the Pillar Buddhist shrine opposite the Royal's Crown Palace in Bangkok. Serene and beautiful, and for many here, deeply meaningful.
Oil is like a fuel, and you fill into the lantern for the light and for the brightness for your life and your future. And then you fill only half the bottle, and then the next one you go to the next bowl to get rid of the badness in your life. So for everything better in the future. Everything here has symbol. The flower, they use the yellow and bright color is for the brighter future. And yellow is like bright and cheerful as well. Yes, and the lotus is like your hands like this, is all the same symbol.
Then it's just a short walk to Wat Phra to see more temples and the extremely large reclining Buddha. The grounds all around are quite a sight. I loathe being a tourist, but Wat Phra should not be missed. The locals here use it for those special portraits too. Well, just by walking here, I stumbled across a really cool street that is all electronics. Just little stalls filled to the brim with various specialties. One might be just batteries, one might be security cameras, another is just car electronics. Just really cool to see all this stuff here. You know, you think this little stalls are antiquated, you know, selling vegetables and clothing, but nope, this is up to the date, modern look at all things electronic.
Thailand.
Also, don't miss the local flower market. It's a working wholesale and retail flower and produce bazaar with really kind and sometimes tired vendors. The colors will impress, from the timeless and simple trading to the ultra-modern. I take a water taxi to a mall. The air conditioning. Okay, this is the craziest mall I've ever been in. 7 stories apparently. The first one was wild. Here's just the mall portion of it. The first is sort of like a food court section. This is called the Icon Siam, and it's quite the place. It's a little reprieve from the humidity and high temps of outdoors here. And supposedly on the 7th floor, you can get quite the view. What mall would not be complete without a dental hospital? Here is interesting. You have genuine floating market simulation. There's the water, there's the pretend boat, there's another pretend boat, and here's this nice lady who is selling stuff from her pretend boat. And here is how most Thai people shop. at their local street market. There are vendors everywhere. Big trucks come in early in the morning to fill up their stalls with fresh produce. The street vendors are thick in the streets of Bangkok. Stop and enjoy their offerings. Hours can pass mulling about their stalls and enjoying the food's beautiful aromas. But even Thais will use a supermarket for some of their shopping. I always try to visit these as a window to foreign cultures. I'm never disappointed in what I find. The Big C supermarket, and it could be a Safeway anywhere. This is my favorite thing to do. See what's important to the locals by seeing what they have in their supermarkets.
สวัสดีค่ะให้ด้วยกันได้นะคะไทยเยอรมันซอสเศษนะคะถัดมาในส่วนของ TGM นะคะ
Looks like 30 eggs here, and you can get 30 eggs for $3. You'll notice, like most of the rest of the world, they're not refrigerated either. The reason we refrigerate them in the United States is because we take off their protective coating. The rest of the world looks at us like, why would you do that? Are you crazy? I have no good answer. Fish skins, a little crispy squid. You can't go wrong with your crispy squid. Regular McCormick seasonings, plus a whole slew of other more geared toward the Asian taste palette. More soy sauces, fish sauces, teriyaki sauces. They've got names that you'll recognize, a few that you won't. And just like balsamics in Italy, there are different prized ones here for soy sauces. It's a good one?
It's for chicken rice.
Ah.
Yeah, this is for like Thai barbecue
Uh-huh.
or the Thai barbecue or sukiyaki.
This one probably has a little lime in it too.
This one the best for brand Lobo, the best sauce for me.
Very good.
Yes. Green color is seafood sauce.
Ah.
Yeah, Thai seafood sauce. The green color.
Here's your rice. Lots of varieties, lots of sizing. You can find something in just about every price range. And they do know how to make it here. Very, very particular about their rice. For different things, you use a different rice. Well, here's something you may not have been expecting to find here. And for some reason, they've even come with crunchy here. You'll notice that they even do the same sort of marketing where they put random things hanging. So it's an impulse purchase while you're looking for another thing. I'm not sure about this brand. I've never heard of it before, but it might be local. Lots of Pringles in this country. Flavors you may not be used to, including seaweed burst, garlic prawn, lots of bottled water here. Don't drink the tap water. Even the locals do not drink the tap water. They will cook with it. Full transparency here. When I brush my teeth, I use bottled water to both rinse my mouth and to clean my toothbrush. I've noticed something interesting here. For the price of these cup of ramens, the Bulldog, 115 baht, 68 baht, 65 baht, even the cheaper ones, 45 baht, 45 baht. You can get a whole bowl of fresh soup, noodles, chicken, beef, pork, whatever you want at any one of the stalls located around town. This is super expensive here. This is sit-down dining restaurant prices for what this is, and it's not even as good. You do have some cheaper options. And along Sukhumvit Road is modern Bangkok. High-rise buildings, wide boulevards, and sky trains. It also comes with heavy traffic. Going into famed Lampini Park, this is where you'll see the monitor lizards going crazy. Not a huge park, but it's really well known, and it is beautiful. Funny how they hang out by the statue. I wonder if they think it's one of their gods. I splurged a little to get a couple beers up on top of the Hotel Indigo. little sky bar they have that it's pretty swank. Little patio out on the 26th floor. Happy hour, 2 for 1. Had a beer. Okay, I had 2 beers, but I only paid for 1. And highly recommend it. Came here at sunset and it was beautiful. Had a lot of people, took some of their pictures at sunset. They may not have thought to do that. I'm happy I could accommodate. What a great night this has been. Beautiful up here. Highly recommend going to a bar on the roof. Any hotel has them, and just kick back and relax. It's more expensive than on the street. Bangkok is huge, but has great public transportation as well as grab car and motorbike ride sharing. I even found a motorbike taxi stand. It just continues to amaze me how clean these cars are. They allow no drinking, no eating, no smoking. They don't even allow water. And to prove their point, they have no trash cans in the train stations here. It's just amazing how clean this is. This is durian ice cream. You know about the durian fruit, the stinky fruit that tastes like custard? Well, this is kind of like frozen custard that tastes like durian. Interesting, interesting. Almost a sweet and bitter taste. It's good, not great. I don't think I would order this again, but it's not bad in any way. And this particular ice cream does not smell.
We always fantasize the idea of maybe one day moving, but we needed something more than a relocation from a job perspective. We needed something that felt more fulfilling, because the grass isn't always greener, right? It was about finding a career change, doing something that felt meaningful. And for us, it was a combination of passion for food and isolating a niche that was underrepresented in this city, and that was selling real Italian gelato.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam's Gelato Shop in Bangkok's Chinatown. This Aussie saw the need for a quality frozen treat and moved to his adopted country.
You only need to spend 3 or 4 days in this city to walk around some of the neighborhoods to feel the energy. I've lived and I've spent time in a lot of cities in this world, and there's an energy here that is unparalleled, I feel. It is a buzz that you can't really put your fingers on. There's something very special about this city. There is a huge energy here comparatively to the big city that I lived in back home, chalk and cheese. It was very vanilla, it was very straight 80. I feel like you could spend a week in the middle of Sydney CBD and do everything, whereas here every day is different. Every borough, every neighborhood, every soy has something to offer. Bangkok's probably the hub now for high-end retail, if that's your thing, right? You've got big boutique, you've got big high-end watch, you've got big jewelry, you've got all these things. You've got malls opening at knots down here. But you've also got Bangkok and what Bangkok's special for, right? And that's the buzz, that's the street food, that's the soy hustle and bustle, that's the energy. And I think what's special is that you've got everything. You've got everything from the authentic local way of living all the way up to that unattainable high living and everything in between. And it's this melting pot of so many cultures and spans and classes that intertwine together. And there's not a lot of judgment between class two. You can have guys that are working and living off almost nothing right next to guys that are driving Lamborghinis and buying Patek Philippe's, right? And everyone's respectful. Someone that's senior, we're calling them P. We're respectful of age and irrespective of class. The river, the Chao Phraya River, was, yeah, absolutely the bones of this city. And all trade and all everything was trafficked up and down the river, and it still is to some degree. You still see big barges carrying sand and material down the riverway. Walk through the neighborhoods, get lost. Walk through the markets, walk through the sois. Keep an open mind and just walk. Don't necessarily have a plan, don't necessarily follow the TripAdvisor golden path, because I feel a lot of that's too clean cut and commercial. You know, things like the floating markets and these things, I mean, to each their own. Walk the paths untraveled, I suppose. See what the locals are doing. As a dipstick, I think, in any city, I will avoid any restaurant with an English menu, English speakers typically. I want to find real wherever I am.
I made a regrettable decision to take a tour to see the train street and floating market an hour outside of the city. Was not a fan. The train street was extremely crowded and there only for the tourist. It wasn't enjoyable the way the Hanoi one is. Oh well, any excuse for fresh coconut water. The floating market is set up like a Disney ride. You wait to get on your long-tail boat. Once adrift, you go from tourist trap to tourist trap, but with lapping water. Many of the floating markets have closed down around Bangkok, and the few left have the authenticity of Disney's Jungle Boat ride.
This is a taste of the crab omelet from DJI.
I'm not a foodie, but one place my daughter insisted I try was Ron J. Phai's Crab Omelet Eatery. At about $48, it better be an incredible crab omelet. It was good, but a few days later, I had one from a street vendor for $3 that was just as good. DJI's showmanship is the greatest attraction there.
We're ready to take the train to Chiang Mai. This is exciting. I booked a daytime train because I wanted to see the sights. That's the key. I know you can get sleepers, save yourself a little hotel cost for the night, but nothing is better than just looking out the window of the train. A lot of people ask, why not just fly? Instead of 10.5 hours, it's about an hour. There's no fun in flying. No joy is left in the aviation game. But boy, just coming to a train station reminds you of old-time travel. No security to go through. You just walk to the track and you're ready to go.
A first-class seat on an airplane could only hope to be as comfortable as this. Settled in my seat for the 10.5-hour trip. Right now, I'm just seeing darkness on the tracks at the station. We will soon be taking off, and this is such a pleasurable mode to travel. I'm just giddy talking about it. So much nicer than any flight I've ever had. So the urban landscape makes way to a more pastoral, rural, and even wild landscape. You get work done. There's tables that fold down here. I just bought a meal and we're gonna have fried rice for lunch. I got a 50 baht, which is about $1.75, $1.80. I got this for a little lunch. It is a fried rice with supposedly a little chicken, a little egg, and it's midway through the train ride. I'm looking forward to it. It's good. And outside, a little jungle going by.
It took us about 11 hours to get here, and it was a hard slog. but it was very enjoyable. I've got to say, during the daylight hours, it was fantastic. Couldn't ask for anything more. It was exactly what I wanted. I was going through the jungle, going through the villages. Then it got dark for the final 3 hours. A little disappointing there because, well, it's not the train's fault. You can't see anything at night. That's why I didn't want to take the overnight train and sleep on it. I wanted to be able to see everything. And I did, and I love it. And I'm really getting hooked on train travel. Welcome to Chiang Mai.
And what a gem this northern city is. Weather-wise, it's a bit more comfortable than Bangkok. It's filled with markets and restaurants. At one marketplace, a school of young novice monks are patrolling the aisles seeking alms. In the Thai language, this is known as tak bat, or putting food in their bowls. Here, every donation is shown appreciation with a chant. I heard about 30 such chants on this morning. The breadth of what is available in this market is stunning. It was eye-opening to see avocados reach this far east. I enjoyed a nice khao soi, a type of coconut curry noodle soup. It was delicious. I don't usually have much to say about my accommodation, but here I stayed at a place, the Tape Inn, that was more an eclectic museum than hotel, and all for $13 a night. I also took the time to have a relatively expensive beer at the Sky Bar. Nice jazz with a view.
This is a really, really nice little night market. It has a little bit of everything. Little vendors that are trying to make a living. Some of them actually create their own art and crafts, and others are just selling what comes down the pike. The food, all of it, really, really good. Highly recommend coming to Chiang Mai if you want to visit, and make sure you're here on a Sunday night. Although I hear this is really just a market that moves on a Sunday night from another location every other night of the week. So I can't really say that this is unique to Sunday nights, but come Sunday night, come to this night market. There they have an outdoor massage program going, and it's about $3 for a half hour to get any part of your body really massaged. I went with my feet, and I can't tell you how good it felt. What I'm doing now is a half-hour foot massage at the Sunday market, and it's crazy. People just out in public getting a massage. The Thai massage, reason number 2,556, that it's a fun country to come visit. And it wouldn't be a night market here in Thailand without the scorpions. Got some silkworms, and don't forget the crickets. Do you eat the stinger too?
I guess
That's the best part.
the stinger.
Well, I guess.
Don't listen to him, he's a vegetarian.
Are you really? I overheard. I'm a little worried about getting there.
That's the meat.
But just, yeah, that's the chicken part.
Oh, they.
Oh, it's my hair.
But saying she's pushing.
What's it taste like? Have you
It's
bitten into it?
Salty, very crunchy.
Quite the ethereal experience here on one of the main drags of Chiang Mai, right outside the Old Town gates where they're having the Sunday night market. This is crazy beautiful. I'm on my way to what the locals here call the Long Neck Village of Chiang Mai. It's in a little area called Mae Rim. I didn't want to take a tour. I'm up to here with tours. I do not like them. They are worthless in my opinion. I negotiated a fair price for a ride, and I am on my way to see the true story of how the long-necked women are treated. Just to be clear, they are not native to Thailand. They're from Myanmar, formerly Burma. They're refugees here. And for what I understand, Thailand is not giving them any assistance. All they have is what they make off of people coming to visit them. Some people call it a zoo, a human zoo, that should not really happen. But what if this is their only means of providing? We're going to take a look. It's 500 baht now, which is about $15. Where does this money go?
Share the people.
What is your name? Mapi? Mapi. How old are you?
40.
40. How long have you been in Thailand?
Thailand. 17 years old.
Wow. Do you ever want to go back?
Myanmar. Yes.
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 Do you like your life here?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Why do you wear the rings?
The window from the tradition from beauty.
It's beautiful. Very beautiful. Do you find it comfortable?
Yeah. From comfortable from used to it.
My name is Marai,
And how old are you?
25.
How long have you been here in this village in Thailand?
About 18 years.
From Myanmar?
Yeah,
Do you want to go home one day?
maybe.
Is Thailand treating you well? Is Thailand good for you?
Yeah, I think.
Do they help? Do they provide food, shelter, or do you have to stay here in the village?
I'm staying here at the village.
Can you go to Chiang Mai?
We can go by near here. Some market, the outside is we had the near here. But the country is where no to go.
Do people like me coming here, taking your picture, is that okay?
Yeah.
Why? Some people might see you as I've heard human zoo. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I think too, but I'm used to it like every tourist come. I feel like I'm happy. I'm not feel anything.
You're happy we're here.
Yeah.
Do we help provide money for you, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do with your money? Do you have a cell phone?
That's all like that. And this one we're making that by we sell like a scarf like this.
Do you have a cell phone?
Cell phone.
A telephone? Do you have a telephone?
Yeah.
Are you connected to the internet? No? No. Okay. I don't know what to make of this village. People need the help of the people who come and visit financially, maybe just as a contact to the rest of the world. They're not backwards. They have cell phones. They enjoy watching movies. They're stuck. Myanmar is a hostile place for them. Thailand apparently isn't doing much to help them. So they have to do the best they can. I'm sort of amazed every time I catch them eating potato chips or playing with a cell phone. They start giggling and saying, oops, I wasn't supposed to do that. I kind of got caught. That's okay. Whether you should come or not, that's completely up to you. I think that it does help them financially. So you can boycott in favor of their human dignity, but that's not putting food on the plate. You make the call. It's a tough decision. Well, hello there.
While in the area, I also visited an elephant sanctuary.
You want more?
I didn't bathe them, which I hear is harmful to the elephants, but I am guilty of feeding them, and probably worse, posing with them. This elephant could turn on the faucet when she needed water. Didn't turn it off though.
I had a great day today exploring 2 controversial sites to visit in the Chiang Mai area. The first was, of course, the Cayenne people, or Karen, or long necks, as you call them. They, I've already been through it. You're going to either loathe that it's an ethical issue to visit them and perpetuate this type of behavior, or you're going to say this is them and they need our help, and this is one way we can help by visiting them. The other was the elephant sanctuary, and it was nice getting to interact with elephants. There are just about 1,000 more wild elephants in Thailand than there are domestic elephants. I don't know the answer to that one either, but you know, do zoos help us understand how to save wild animals, or do they just make endless suffering for those animals that are in captivity? I don't have an answer. There are minds that put a lot more thought into it than me, who will tell you one way or another. But as far as my day went, I can tell you it was fascinating. Both the elephants and the long neck women. And I'm certainly glad I got to know both of them a little bit better. It's another day and another train. This time I'm going to Hat Yai, and it's going to be an overnight train. I've got a sleeper booked. Not that I don't want to see what's outside, it's just really the only train I could get. I didn't really want this one. I'm looking forward to showing you what a sleeper looks like. It's a second-class sleeper. I don't have my own cabin. The day seats turn into a bunk, if you will, and I am on the upper bunk. Not looking forward to that either. I tried to change it, but didn't take. It's gonna be overnight, leave at around 5 o'clock, get in next day at 7 in the morning. So 5 o'clock in the evening to 7 in the morning. It's a long 14 hours. I'm staying in the little town about 45 minutes to an hour north of the Malaysian border, so that I will have to take another train, just a little short commuter train, to get to the actual border in Padar Buttigieg. And there was one train that I couldn't get on all the way to that, and so I had to stop at Hat Yai and take what I could. I'm spending a night in Hat Yai. I'll work on getting a hotel once I'm there. Nothing in advance. I have no idea what kind of town it is, what to expect. I have zero research on this. It is now time to get on the train to Hat Yai. Here we go. Hello. This is quite the train. This is second class. This looks like it's my bed for tonight, and this goes to the bottom bed, my seat for the next 14 hours. Just love watching the world go by from these windows. I may have a lower bunk mate, and I'll have to take the upper bunk, which I hate. Climbing those stairs every time you have to go pee. So many people, when they travel, they just have a box they have to tick off for every tourist site. Eiffel Tower, check. Champs-Élysées, check. The Louvre, check. I don't want to travel like that. If I never go to those places in Paris, I'm fine. And the same is true here in Southeast Asia. Well, as you can see, it's gotten dark here and no more video on the outside. So there's going to be interiors of this train ride. That's the night train effect. I'll show you what it's like to sleep in here, and that's all I really can do. It's dark outside. I'm back in the sleep area now.
can see all beds are made. That's what it looks like. And in just a second, mine's going to be made. A place for luggage. And everyone is behind curtains, ready to go to sleep. This is obviously different than a sleeper car where you have individual cabins for people to go into. This is, the seats are made into the beds. And here's what it looks like. It goes from that to this. I got lucky and my seatmate likes the upper bunk. I would guess the bunk is about 5'9" long. I'm 6'4" in height, and this doesn't add up. Come morning, it is impressive how quickly the beds are stripped and converted back to seats. Well, that was a great train ride. First time on a sleeper for me. It took me all the way from Bangkok to Hat Yai, and from here it's just a short hop, short train ride, about 45 minutes to the border with Malaysia. In Malaysia, I'll go all the way to Kuala Lumpur, but I really have no reason to be here. And this reminds me of another quote from Thoreau, and that is, if a train is large and comfortable, you don't even need a destination. A corner seat is enough, and you can be one of those travelers who stay in motion, straddling the tracks and never arrive or feel they ought to. It's all about the journey. I have gone from largely Buddhist Thailand to a region mostly Muslim. I book a hotel in person at the train station and set out to explore Hat Yai. But first, I find a restaurant filled with locals. That is good. That is very good. I'm not a master of the chopsticks, but I'm trying. The bartender here, sweetest guy, he is deaf, and he saw me trying, and he immediately brought me a spoon. I think I've been insulted, but he wasn't trying to insult me, he was trying to help me. Super nice guy. I feel bad because I was trying to tell him no ice for my Coke, and he wasn't responding at all. And the waitress came running over saying, no, we have it, don't worry. And I didn't know he was deaf, and what a super nice guy. I wasn't yelling at him, I was just trying to tell him I don't want you to waste your effort by giving me ice. This is the garlic, pork, and noodles, stir-fry noodles. You can stir-fry cardboard, and I would eat it. I love it. Afterwards, the deaf bartender insisted I go upstairs to take photos of a private room stuck in the 1950s. I'm glad I saw it. This is still Thailand, so a night market is required. Here is where I found the stars of a bawdy cabaret show scrounging up business. Take a minute to understand these are the famous Thai ladyboys. They were nice, but all business, as if someone was watching. Beautiful corn. You can get yourself the equivalent of an elote. The night market itself was very nice. It was almost all locals as the customers. The food looked and smelled incredible, and choosing what to eat became an embarrassment of riches. The next day I had to take an hour-long train ride to the border to enter Malaysia. This was an older train with great charm and wooden seats. Kuala Lumpur in all its vertical glory, next time on Mildly Adventurous.